Hello everybody, and welcome back to PodFoxPlays.HackGU. Last time we left off, we were finally able to get out of that IDA server, so we have a lot to catch up on. So, we'll start with the news capture. This episode is going to be a reading episode. We have some Salvador Ihara to catch up on. You guys weren't able to watch the third video. Wait, no! No! Uh-oh. Ooh. It won't let me watch old episodes. No! Oh wait, archives. Wait. Huh? This is like way too old. Whoa. Not the old that I want though. I'll look into that one. I know a way to get into it. I'll just have to go back to volume 1. Yes? Yes. Alright, I'll do that one later. Right now I need to make sure everything else gets read. Doll syndrome spreads. Today, a 5th grade student from an elementary school in Narita, Wakayama, was diagnosed with Doll syndrome. This is the 72nd domestic case to date. According to the Prefectural Health and Welfare Office, as well as the local hospital, the boy complained of convulsions in his limbs and was soon diagnosed with mild Doll syndrome based on other clinical symptoms. The boy remains conscious and reportedly described the details of the symptoms himself. The boy belonged to both his school, soccer, and computer clubs. He was practicing with his teammates to compete in the prefecture-wide tournament the very day he came down with Doll syndrome. The boy's doctor told the press that there are many cases of Doll syndrome appearing even in people who rarely touch computers or go online. This boy only used the internet no more than an hour a day himself, in an effort to avoid reports that computers were responsible for the boy's condition. Progress remains slow on domestic Doll syndrome research, and there are no specialized institutions to deal with the disease. Yuichi Sawaguchi, the representative for Doll Defense, a group comprised of fathers and brothers of children who have the disease, had this to say: "We want Japan to establish a special research group for this disease. This is a problem that affects the future of our entire country."
A mysterious illness known as Doll syndrome has shown signs of spreading among elementary school students throughout the region. It is a complex illness characterized by a number of symptoms, which include emotional disorders and physical impairments. Despite concerted research on this disease, a cure has yet to be found.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Mass hallucinations in the world. It was a day that will live in infamy for CyberConnect Japan, hereafter referred to as CC Corp. Tens of thousands of complaints were registered from players in CC Corp's popular MMORPG The World, claiming they had been trapped inside the game. CC Corp's customer support was completely swamped under the pressure, and their company website went down for an unspecified length of time. Each of the claims said that the players were trapped inside the world and were unable to log out. In response, CC Corp announced that the phenomenon was actually a type of cyber terrorism in which a program containing subliminal effects was somehow launched inside the world. CC Corp said they will be filing a report with the NAB to have the incident investigated. Nice cover up. Cyber terrorism from your own virus. Assistant Professor of Psychology at Musashino University, Takashi Nishikawa, had this to say: "While it is true that subliminal effects exist, test subjects have always had to focus intently on the media that contains them for them to work. It is hard enough to eliminate background noise and other distractions in the laboratory, let alone everyday life, to achieve the kind of effects being talked about here. Furthermore, it has been proven repeatedly that subliminal effects do not have anywhere near the necessary power to physically affect human behavior. As an example, imagine that there was a food commercial that contained a subliminal message urging the viewer to buy its product. In this case, it is possible that someone who watched this commercial with an intense focus would think they enjoyed the commercial or that its product looked delicious. But this does not lead directly to actually buying the product, which means that effects mentioned by CC Corp will be practically impossible. Well then, what caused the trouble? While it's not unthinkable that a number of players could just be making all of this up, There are no facts to back up this theory. For that matter, there is no real apparent reason why nearly all the players logged in at the same time would do so. Because records show no more than a few minutes of network trouble on CC Corp servers, and with the rest of the day having run smoothly as usual, it seems likely that this incident will remain a mystery. CC Corp announced that they will release the results of their investigation soon and requested players to wait patiently until they do so.
After the alleged mass hallucination event that occurred in the online game The World, the game's proprietor, CC Corporation, has launched an investigation to see if this was part of a cyber-terrorist attack against the company's operations.
Okay. First crew members head for Village. The first round of crew members bound for the International Space Station Village has left Earth on the space shuttle Galleon. Galleon contains 32 engineers and operators from all over the world. Upon their arrival, they will begin preparations for the arrival of the second unit crew members due in 2 months. Okay. Village's main purpose would be to cultivate outer space, the construction of a moon base, a manned exploration of Mars, the search for unknown life forms, and the formation of a solar power generation facility, space generator, and other projects are all part of future plans for the station. In related news, Chris Endeavor, the representative for the International Space Station, proudly announced that Village would make have its first civilian visitors soon, making a bold new step in mankind's expansion to space.
The International Space Station Project Village has officially begun operations. Researchers from around the world are scheduled to visit the station to perform a variety of missions during the next 6 months.
Alright. New BCI makes thought real. A research team at Goto University announced that they had succeeded in developing a new kind of BCI. BCI stands for Brain-Computer Interface. It's a next-generation interface that can read the brainwaves that humans produce when they think or act, and then use them to remove computer cursors, appliance switches, and more. Holy crap. Many of the BCIs that have been announced up until now have needed to implant their brainwave reading devices inside a human head in order to preserve accurate readings, but the BCI that the Goto team has developed only needs to have a few patches placed in your head for the same or better results. Not only that, they've managed to reduce the size of the unit to about 1/30th, roughly the same as a box of matches. This paves the way for an interface that was previously only used in medical treatments to be used in a wide variety of applications for the household. It has been confirmed that the device can already control air conditioners, lighting, microwaves, and cell phones. But this new version can also control word processing and spreadsheet software, simple games like chess and Othello, and even complex games like The World and Ring of Master with precision. CyberConnect Corporation has already announced computers and game software that incorporates the device to be available in 2 years, and other companies are reportedly eager to begin developing new products with the technology. The research team that invented it has gone on record saying that they plan to research technology that can convey a person's words and thoughts directly to another person, just like telepathy. I'm not gonna be honest, I'm not gonna lie, that would be a little freaky for me. Like, yes, the convenience factor is high, but then you enter some Watchdog type of stuff right there, man. You know, you ever play that game, man? I don't know, man. It's just, there's so many risks that come with stuff like that. But a Doll Syndrome Symposium in Germany was recently held in Germany. Doll syndrome is a mysterious disease affecting young children all over the world. Currently, no cure or prevention method exists, and medical practitioners from many countries are unsure how to proceed. Symptoms include paralysis and convulsions of the limbs, unresponsiveness, and lethargy. To date, the cause is still unknown. The World Medical Organization has announced close to 2,000 patients of the disease around the world. Most of them are children in their lower teens, with occasional cases of children 5 to 6 or adults over 20. The majority of cases also occur in developed countries, with developing countries having almost no reports of the disease at all. Reports from the symposium provided many examples of the patients that exhibited identical brainwave patterns. This discovery should help aid doctors in discovering the disease more quickly. Talks were held during panel discussions about why the disease primarily affects children in technologically advanced countries, as well as its possible causes and treatments. However, these have yet to produce concrete results. A solution is expected soon, as Down syndrome is becoming a worldwide epidemic.
A medical symposium on Down syndrome was held this week in Hamburg, Germany. Doctors and governments from around the globe are unsure of how to handle the mysterious illness targeting children.
Crimson Versus servers back online. At long last, Crimson Versus, which had been taken offline to finish work on new revisions, is back online for its parent company, CC Corp, which had suffered numerous trials and tribulations in this year alone. The return of this popular game... Whew. Excuse me, that reading yawn. For its parent company, CC Corp, which had suffered numerous trials and tribulations this year alone, the return of this popular game loved by young and old alike couldn't have come at a better time. Planned. In this new version, the rules and interface have been heavily reworked. Because this is a new release, the number of cards available is still rather low, but thanks to reports of new booster packs being released soon, fans should have nothing to worry about. Fans of the previous version may be put off the fact that they can no longer use their old cards, but as the game is now easier to play than ever, we would encourage you to try it for yourself. Oh, there's 2 Hoseo cards. Say what? The real-life version of Crimson Versus, which preceded its online counterpart, is also selling out everywhere. To commemorate the success of its real-world version and the return of its online counterpart, CC Corp is holding a on and off connection campaign. This campaign allows participants to send in barcodes received from a reward starter and booster packs to CC Corp in exchange for special cards for the online version. The campaign only lasts for a month, so we recommend not waiting around. The Crimson Versus look to maintain both on and offline popularity. We hope that diehard fans and beginners alike will try this new world for themselves. That's awesome.
At long last, the return of the popular card game. New friends and foes, new powers and new dangers. Who will control their own destiny to win it all? It's Crimson vs. Red Rebellion, on sale now. Also look for the new Crimson vs. Real Generation coming soon.
They made it they gave it the little logo after there, the real commercial, trying to sell me on that. And the bad thing is, I probably would have been into it. Kids in MMORPGs, the good and the bad. Dang, this guy is Superman. Look at, calm down, Gerald. No, this guy. No. A system known as guilds exists in many online games, and guilds often have their own local rules that differ from guild to guild and have nothing to do with how the game is played, which exist to strengthen bonds among guild members and to help provide quick support for those who need it. These rules, despite the formal name, are usually nothing more than polite common sense things like be sure to greet everyone you meet. If someone helps you, you should then help someone else, and be sure to listen to what other people have to say. However, it seems like these local rules are troublesome for our children. Wait, how? This is because those are exactly the kinds of things they are right in the middle of learning, and because they are still learning them, they often make mistakes or don't even realize that they've done something wrong. In regular society, adults will usually accept and forgive most of these mistakes, but that is not the case online. It makes no difference if the player is an adult or a child. The same level of courtesy and responsibility is expected from everyone. This becomes a large source of strain and stress for children who play these games. Some claim that this stress is what causes Down syndrome, but scientists yet to verify these claims. What? However, there are some who say that making mistakes is actually a good thing. In our current society, there's practically no way whatsoever for children to gain real-world experience, especially now that they don't even get scolded for stealing the next-door neighbor's tomatoes, nor forced to be the dispensable minion when pretending to be superheroes. What a sad situation. What? Both online games, especially in guilds, children are able to practice real life in adult society without the pitfalls of reality. Things like listening to other people, showing respect, helping those in need, and self-control, all simple things, but also ones that are difficult to experience as of late. The online world may be harsh for still developing children, but it may also be a necessity evil for them now that they no longer experience such harshness in their real lives. Excuse me? So the rules for that's normally nothing more than common sense, like greet everyone you meet. If someone helps you, to help them and listen to what other people have to say. This is causing trouble for children. They make mistakes. And saying, what's up? Huh. That's, we haven't watched that one yet. That's, what? Alright, anyway. CG Divorce. A shocking new type of fraud. Online robbery and internet fraud are going high-tech, with high-quality CG and evil uses of ubiquitous networks becoming increasingly common. Now an investigation of a scam group that was recently arrested has revealed some unbelievable methods. A 4-month trip around the world on the Queen Milano. One day, John Doe came across this article on the internet. It said that a giant cruise ship used as an athlete's village for the Olympic 3 years ago had been bought by Company S, who then proceeded to convert it into a gorgeous luxury cruise ship and was inviting 300 passengers for its maiden voyage. The tickets were a bargain at $50,000 per person for a private cabin. With his marriage coming up in 3 months, John decided to sign up for the tour as a present for his wife-to-be. He entered his citizen number and other personal information to the website and wired Company S $100,000 from his bank. That's something I never... But when he and his wife arrived at the harbor on the day of the departure, they were only greeted with the unbelieving stares of other baggage-laden passengers. There was no sign of the ship nor of any Company S employees. Calls quickly made, but the number had been disconnected. Attempts to view the company's website soon found that their domain had vanished. So why didn't John and the other victims ever think that this was a scam? The key was in Company S's website. The website was home to a movie that claimed to be a clip of travel information show that had been seen on TV pictures and showed off the beautiful interior and exterior in great detail. Holy crap, I can't read. Pictures that showed off the beautiful interior in great detail, pictures and comments of the ship's crew, and all sorts of other content that one would expect to find at any travel agency. But the truth was that every single bit of that content was nothing but computer graphics. The arrested scam group used this and other methods to gain people's personal information and put it to evil use, including forcing their way into people's homes and selling their private info. Thanks to these and other showy crimes, the authorities initially declared that there was only a matter of time before the culprits are caught, but the actual arrest proved more difficult than anyone thought. Towards the end, the investigation was being toyed with, but completely by the scammers. The break came when a high-ranking woman from the group came and turned herself in. She informed the authorities of the next house the group was planning to steal and set the stage up for the arrest. Thanks to this, everyone in the group except for the leader was successfully captured. When asked why she turned herself in, the woman replied, "I thought it was time for me to grow up." Huh. The man thought to be the leader is still at large. Authorities plan to continue their pursuit and continue to press charges against the other members' numerous crimes. Huh. I'm not sure what I have to say about that. Regenerated organs transplant succeeds. The medical team at Takayama University has succeeded at transplanting nerve tissue created from mesenchymal stem cells. The team used a sample of the patient's osteoblast cells, MSCs, that have been converted to bone cells to create transplantable nerve tissue. It is expected that the next stage for this success will lead to treatment of previously unmanageable diseases and reduce the need for outside donors. MSCs are known as the second all-purpose cells and have been confirmed to be in bones, cartilage, fat, muscle, ligament, heart, liver, and other cells. Unlike ESCs, which I guess they have an annotation down below, they are taken from the patient's own bone marrow or wisdom teeth, which eliminate any moral concerns. They can be preserved indefinitely if frozen at negative 180 degrees Celsius with liquid nitrogen and then thawed with nearly a 100% chance of collecting the original cells. The Takayama University team plans to continue research on MSCs to try and find methods of regenerating previously impossible to regenerate organs. However, as these advances also increase the possibility of creating a perfect human clone, the Ministry of Education and Science has decided to create a panel of experts to determine what changes should be made to cloning laws. Okay. Oh, embryonic stem cells. These are cells that exist inside nearly all organs and can be specialized for almost all the different types of tissue. They have been called the all-purpose cells for their ability to propagate and ease of application, as they were once celebrated as the second coming of medical technology. However, in 2015, the fact that they are being taken from unused fertilized human eggs became a point of moral conflict, and their use in organ and tissue regeneration was prohibited worldwide. Okay. Salvador Wilde at Koshigawa premiere. Today, popular tenor Salvador Ihara attended a press conference for the premiere of his first movie, Koshigawa Story. Oh, he looked different because his hair is not dyed. Koshigawa Story stars a Brazilian-born Saitama raised Salvador Ihara in a movie based partly on his own life. Ihara shaved his trademark beard and lost over 20 pounds in order to play the part. In the film, he displays his fluency in Portuguese and shows his love for his family when he cries on cue by remembering how I missed my brother in Brazil when I was younger. When Yui Akiyama was asked whether her co-star hit on her at all during the production, she finally replied, "He confessed his love every time he saw me." Ihara responded by saying Yui is an ideal woman. She exemplifies both the beauty and kindness that the Japanese women are known for. However, this only resulted in spontaneous laughter from the press as they started snickering at Ihara's illness had started up again. One thing is certain though, Ihara's charisma, which can even turn scandals into laughs, shows no signs of stopping. Samba! He needs to go to jail. Dude. He a little up there. Let's see what we got. What's new? Oh, the truth behind ULCs. Is that a kitty? It's so tiny, look at it. Is that a toy? Wait, is that a dog lane? Oh, that's another cat. She got a pretty room, bro. Hold on. She got nice wood flooring and it's clean, man. You know what? I'm jealous. Get this picture off my screen. Companies known as ULCs or unsubstantial liability companies have been increasing all over the world. Although this phrase may sound like it refers to criminal fronts or scams, in truth it refers to a number of legitimate, well-known companies, including many show commercials on primetime TV. However, what these companies do lack is substance, where things like office buildings simply don't exist, and their employees do not come to work. Instead, they telecommute from home. To begin their workday, they simply press a button on a company-only website. Documents and data necessary for their work are all handled on the server. Communication between employees are held with email and chat software, with important meetings behind held with webcams. Okay. Even break time and retirements are handled with a single button. A casual observer would be right to wonder how the work gets done. We spoke to the president of one of these ULCs, Isao Inomata, with Obsolase Incorporated. Obsolase is a software development company that employs 200 people. Their motto is fun, useful things at lower prices, and they have created a number of popular products such as electronic autograph books for children and dialect translation software. To be honest, getting things started was quite difficult. Our employees were confused and none of our data was coordinated. Under normal circumstances, we would have called in everyone for disciplinary measures. However, I deliberately chose not to say anything. Instead, I somehow matched up all of our mismatched data and uploaded it to our server for all of our employees to see. Once our employees began to work together, things started to take off. Now we're almost on the same page. Now we're all on the same page, with overflowing loads of email in the inbox. Oof. ULCs continue to increase in number. According to various network providers, approximately 30 new ULCs start up every day, but on the other side, half of that many ULCs disappear at the same rate. Inomata finished the interview with the following comments. In the end, companies remain as companies no matter what shape they take, which is exactly why we take our company and our business as seriously as we can. Okay. What's the desert will save us? It seems like it. Okay. A 100 megawatt solar power plant has been completed in Mongolia's Gobi Desert with the help of Japanese technology and funding. Solar energy is the ultimate type of clean energy. The amount of solar energy that reaches the Earth is only one, and that's a big old number of the total energy produced by the sun. And yet a mere hour's worth of that energy could be enough to meet the energy needs of every human on Earth for a year. The Gobi Desert receives twice the solar radiation of Tokyo, and its low atmospheric temperature and moderate wind conditions make it a well-suited environment for the planet. for the plant. Currently, the rate of solar power conversion lies at 30%, but new plants are in place to improve it as well as construct all new plants. Nice. Alright. Whew. So, episode 3 of Online Jack was, it was actually a really short video. Like, Salvador ran into the teacher at the hospital. Of course, he hit on her. And then, while he was talking to her, they found out that the kid that disappeared in the episode before that, or not the one that disappeared, but the one that caught Doll syndrome with the Ida scrolling across the screen, who said Sakaki, he actually escaped from his hospital bed, and on the wall in what I thought was blood, because it was red, he had the names of all of the avatars. He had Skaith, Magus, someone named Innis, Tarvos. It was really weird. It was weird, to be honest. Holy crap, this is 4 minutes long.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. Salvador Ihara's Online Jack! The program that researches the hottest breakthrough topics and tells you everything you need to know about it. That's Online Jack. Our team, along with teacher Michiru Tajima, has begun the search for missing child Osamu Kawaguchi after an odd incident while investigating Doll syndrome, a mysterious disease that has been spreading among elementary school students. We began by visiting the home of Associate Professor Taichiro Sugai. All right, this is Professor Sugai's private apartment. Man, can you believe it? His private life for all to see. Still, you know...
Be quiet!
Sir, we're so sorry.
Yes, please pardon our intrusion.
If it wasn't for Mr. Jima's recommendation, I would have never let you get past the door.
Professor, I only wish to find out the truth.
Professor. Skaith, Innis, Magus. Do you have any idea what the blood-written words in Osamu's ward meant?
Are you aware of the Epitaph of Twilight?
The what?
Yes, I've heard of it. It was the novel that served as the basis for the settings of the world.
It's a poem. And within it is contained the names of the 8 ominous waves.
So you mean there really is a connection between this incident and the world?
Whoever left the bloody words evidently had extremely strong feelings regarding the world.
So, it's possible that Osamu may not have been the one who wrote them, right?
The word or anagram Ida, which appeared in your show while you were taping at Osamu's, is unknown. However,
Sakaki.
Can you tell me about Sakaki?
there were 6 boys who were all part of the same guild in the online game, The World.
This is Moon Trees.
The boys were also members of a guild called Moontree.
So all those children were part of an online game group too?
It's the Seven Council. Ha!
That's right. The PC name for one of the members of the Seven Council, a Moontree admin group, is...
Sakaki.
My pupil?
These were taken before his disappearance.
Oh my, that's Osamu.
There were many unresolved rumors about the world circulating 7 years ago.
When a bunch of players fell into comas.
What?
Yes, I've come to believe that the world has some sort of effect on people's brains for some unknown reason. That's the hypothesis I based my investigation on.
So everything is connected to the events of 7 years ago?
Toru.
Strange incidences such as irregularities in electrical equipment occurred in the hospital as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wonder who sent me this email.
Sheesh, Michiru, don't scare me like that.
What? We have to stop it.
Oh, snap.
Michiru!
You alright, dude?
Michiru Tajima has just suddenly run out of Professor Sugai's apartment. What was the message on her cell phone that made her run? Hey, Michiru, wait up!
I commend Jack for having that immense knowledge. So he plays the world a lot more than he lets on, cause he knew a whole lot. Whew, sorry to be talking. All right, we're gonna cut the episode here. The next episode will be testing out Crimson Versus and reading through this. If this doesn't take 20 minutes, if this takes 20 minutes, and the next episode's got to be this crap. I should also check and see if the world has anything new. Yep. All right. So it seems like there actually might be another 20 minutes of that. So we'll go through that. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have been enjoying that little, little lore-ridden, laden-filled, I don't know, things. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And until then, hope you guys have a great day.